Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. About a month ago we had a severe ice storm in my area. I lost power for a couple days, but some people lost power for a week, some almost a month. Thousands of people lost power. And there was some damage to homes as well. If they weren't prepared with backup power, they lost their food in their fridge, they lost the food in their freezer. Some people weren't able to keep their sump pumps moving in their basement, and their basements were flooded, causing severe damage. Now, personally, I have a generator that can run my entire house, but I don't want to run a generator all day, not 24/7 anyway. It becomes costly and noisy, so at night I was supplementing with battery power, and that's where something like an inverter comes in handy. This is a 2500 watt inverter from Vevor. And something like this paired up with a good battery could give you some supplemental power during the day or even at night, as I was using battery backup. So let's take a look at this. Maybe it's something that could help you to be prepared in the future, or you could use it in many other instances. Install it in your RV, install it as a permanent part of your home battery backup system. But an inverter is a pretty invaluable thing to have around and available to you. When you get your inverter from Vevor, it comes with the cables required for the battery. Also comes with this remote control. And it is a pure sine wave inverter, very important. It can power delicate electronics and other things that require a pure sine wave. 2500 watts of continuous power, but it will surge to 4000 watts. So there are safety features built in. As I said, overload protection. It will surge to 4000 watts, but an alarm will sound, and after 20 seconds of overload, it should shut itself down. There's also a short circuit protection, over temp protection. In that case, it will shut itself down. If you find yourself in a low voltage situation, the alarm will sound and the unit will shut itself down. Over voltage, it will stop working, and internally there is a fuse if by accident you reverse the polarity when you're hooking it up. So lots of safety features built in. It is quite a hefty unit with some heat sinks, which you would expect from a 2500 watt inverter. So I'm going to put the specs and the dimensions on the screen, and soon we're going to hook this up, run it through some tests, run some loads through it, and see if the safety features work. Maybe it's something that you need around your house. So let's get started. The connection seems very secure, and as well these safety covers go on easily. There's a good solid click. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. So what I thought I might do is just hook up the inverter to my teardrop trailer. That is where it may end up being located eventually anyway, and we'll kind of use it like shore power. See what it can run. There is a microwave on board, so we can check that out. There is a electric heater, we can try that out as well. Let's just turn it on. Hear that little beep? Means the trailer is powered. Now there is an LCD screen in the front. Let's take a look at that. So let's turn the battery on. We'll check out what's going on in the screen here. So it gives some basic information. Gives some basic information on the battery. I have a fully charged battery. How many volts? And output as well. There are 3 outlets, AC outlets in the front, so you can charge multiple things in at once. So very basic, but also all you really need. There is a wired remote that comes with the unit. It gives you again some basic information, and you can turn it on and off. The way you use the remote is to shut the switch off in the front of the inverter. Then the remote becomes operational. Strangely enough, this teardrop comes equipped with a microwave oven. I'm likely going to take it out. It's not something that we really use in our style of camping, but it's good for our demo today. Let's put some water in the microwave, bring it to a boil. Oh, let's maybe put it on for 4 minutes on high. That's a 1350 watt microwave, kind of a small one, but it's a good starter test for the 2500 watt inverter. So according to the screen on the Vevor inverter, We're using a little more than 1350. I do have various other items turned on in the trailer. Almost 1800 watts. No problem, the fans aren't on yet, so it's not heating up. Let's let this test continue to run. Okay, we got some boiling water there. The fans just came on about a minute ago on the Vevor inverter, so fans are doing their job. That's good to see. So let's put a little bit bigger load on this inverter. It's a 2500 watt inverter. I have an electric heater on inside the teardrop. It's about 1000 watts, a little bit less. I'll turn on the microwave. That'll bring us up to about 2300 watts, close to the continuous capacity of this inverter. And if everything goes fine, I'll add an extra 500 watts with a small space heater. That'll bring us over capacity. Now the inverter should shut itself off. Let's see what happens. Okay, that electric heater is running inside the teardrop. 960 watts at the moment. I'm going to turn on the microwave, and if the inverter stays running and everything seems okay, I'm going to add an additional 500 watts to this scenario. That should trip the inverter out. It should shut itself off. So we'll start that. I'll bring you for a close-up of the screen, see what's going on, then I'll plug in that small space heater. So at the moment we have 2372 watts coming out of that inverter. Let's add an additional 500 watts. I have a small space heater. That should shut this down if the safety features are working. Yeah, we're over 2800 watts. It said it should run for about 20 seconds. There we go. Shut itself off. That's what you want to see. You want to see that safety feature working as it should. So what do I think about this 2500 watt inverter? Well, I performed a very basic test, as you saw, and it passed that test. That's, you know, a real world experience. I put more capacity through this than it was rated for. The safety features kicked in, and it shut down exactly what you want to do. You know, it's a well-priced unit, kind of a budget unit, so I believe it gives good value for the money. There are other units that are way more money than this. There are other units out there that are less money. This falls in between. Pretty good value. I bought a lot of Vevor gear over the years, and I've always been happy with what I've purchased. Good value for the money. Now Vevor did send me this for testing, thanks to Vevor. But if you want to check them out, I will leave a link down below. They have tons of other equipment for auto, for camping. Really, you know, you can get lost in their catalog. So yeah, I give this one a thumbs up. Did what it was supposed to do. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.